Hello there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to talk about some clever ways that smart people use in dealing with toxic and dramatic people. Everywhere we turn these days, it seems there's someone determined to bring toxic chaos into our lives. Whether maliciously motivated or simply unaware of their negative impact on others, this behavior often manifests in the workplace as a decrease in morale and an increase in mental health struggles, which are all too common today. Trying to treat them like normal people doesn't work either. They're just not capable of seeing how their actions affect those around them. In short, when it comes to dealing with toxicity, attempting a turnaround will only lead you down a path of frustration since toxic types rarely learn from mistakes. The strategies explained in this video, used by many of the world's most astute individuals, are the most effective means of dealing with challenging and dramatic people. If at the end of this video you find the video helpful and informative, kindly show your support for our channel by giving it a thumbs up, leave us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for even more fantastic content. Let's dive into the strategies. Number 1. Establishing boundaries. Boundaries aren't always easy to set, especially for those who are naturally sensitive and sympathetic to others. But if you're constantly exposed to complainers, people that find fault in the world around them and bring everyone else into their misery, it's important to draw a line between sympathy and getting sucked into an endless spiral of negative energy. Think about this. Would you stay all day in a room full of secondhand smoke? Not likely. The same goes when dealing with such individuals. Put some space between yourselves so they don't engulf your own positive vibes. Number 2. Learn to ignore such people when necessary. When it comes to toxicity, consider choosing to ignore them as a strategy, but with caution. Be mindful of the dynamics at play. Some of these individuals often crave attention and may become physical if things are not going their way. When around others, ignoring toxic people can help keep them from lashing out in aggression toward you. However, when alone or if you have been submissive for too long, their response could be volatile and dangerous, so don't take the risk. Instead, consider public settings where their aggressive retaliations will be largely noticed by those around. This will offer some form of protection against any sudden fierce retaliation. Number 3. Set limits. Set carefully crafted boundaries and take back the reins. Don't let another person's behavior dictate yours. Whether it be navigating a challenging workplace or home situation, maintaining some control is key to creating an environment conducive to peace of mind. Establishing limits doesn't mean alienation. On the contrary, once you gain insight into someone else's level, this understanding will empower you with the knowledge necessary for making decisions based on what works best for you. When set properly and adhered to thoughtfully, limitations are instrumental tools for eliminating chaotic circumstances before they arise. Showing strength through setting limits will give stability during difficult times and help maintain a sense of order in any situation. Number 4. Learn to spot and disregard insults. Have you ever had someone who loves to make backhanded compliments? Not the kind that uplifts your spirit, but those with subtle hints of criticism and judgment. Well, it may be hard not to take offense right away. Developing a knack for recognizing these toxic comments is key in order for them to have no effect on how you see yourself or others around you. Laughing off their words rather than letting the tension build will show maturity when handling such situations. Just don't let things get too humorous. Learning this skill can help cultivate confidence and courage as one begins realizing what's really being said beneath the surface level. Number 5. Don't reveal your secrets to gossipers. Toxic people might appear friendly, but it's important to remember that appearances can be deceiving. While they may seek out your trust and knowledge of your secrets in order to make themselves seem more intriguing or powerful, the reality is that these individuals will use what you tell them against both yourself and others in a manipulative way. If someone appears likely to gossip with little regard for confidentiality, no matter how charming their facade, don't let them fool you into believing they have good intentions. Step away from any involvement before they cause problems between you and the other people. Number 6. Let the liars stumble over their own lies. Deceitful and toxic people often lie to themselves as well as to others and usually find it difficult to keep up with their own web of lies. By aimlessly crafting stories, they'll do anything to deceive others while trying simultaneously to convince themselves that the falsehoods are truths. A slippery slope if ever there was one. Underneath all this complexity, however, lies something simpler, allowing liars' deceptions to unravel right before them and topple under their own weight. Number 7. Be mindful of your feelings. Mastering your emotions is an essential skill to develop when dealing with challenging and toxic people. Difficult situations call for attentive awareness of how you're feeling and a conscious effort to hold yourself back until the time's right. Don't let anyone rush you into rash reactions. Take stock, step back if necessary, breathe deeply, and evaluate all available options before responding in any way that could create further discord or agitation. Number 8. Don't always give in to your compassion. Compassion may be a noble trait, but it can also make you vulnerable to the machinations of toxic people. They use this guilt tactic as an opportunity for control, allowing them to place the blame on everyone else around them and avoid responsibility. Do not let your compassion become a crutch that gives these individuals power over you. Stand strong against pretending failure, and make sure those who aren't willing to take ownership of themselves don't come out ahead. To protect yourself from this never-ending cycle, remember, don't give in to compassion, not when someone else is manipulating for selfish means. Number 9. Confront and defeat your bully. Standing up for yourself and those around you is a necessary step in the battle against toxic people. Don't let bullying become normalized by tolerating it. Instead, challenge bullies to stop their oppressive behavior. No one deserves to be made feel small or vulnerable, so make sure that when someone tries, they are met with strength and resilience until justice prevails. Confronting those who bully can help protect not only ourselves, but our communities as well. It takes great courage, so arm yourself with strength and show them that bullying won't fly anymore. Number 10. Pay attention to the answers rather than the issues. Toxic people try to evade responsibility by pointing fingers rather than finding a solution. So, rather than getting caught up in their drama, why not take a step back and focus on resolutions? When things go wrong, we can be blinded by pointing fingers at blame. But sometimes, real greatness lies beyond that. Finding smart solutions to difficult issues requires effort and courage, which often goes unrecognized. Showing you care enough to look for answers instead of problems is key. An act of kindness towards yourself as well as the people around you. Number 11. Always keep your eyes on the prize. When faced with a difficult problem or an antagonistic personality, never forget what you're striving for. Acknowledge the issue and then focus on finding solutions. Don't let toxicity distract you from your ultimate goal. It can be intimidating to stand up against someone who may seem stronger than yourself. However, realize that they aren't invincible either. Keep setting your sights high so that no obstacle will stop you in pursuit of success. Focus instead on what needs doing and why. Don't let anything dim your vision of victory. Number 12. Lastly, don't forget that you deserve happiness. No matter what is going on in your life, don't forget that you deserve to be full of joy and surrounded by positive people who bring out the best in you. As hard as it may be to not take everything others say or do personally, remember there's no need for comparison. Every person has their own inherent worth and value independent from anyone else. There's no need to compare yourself or take advice unsolicited, as it is ultimately up to you and only you who can determine what brings light into your life. Refuse to be deterred by toxic people. Always remember that true joy comes from within. Take some time today to remind yourself just how amazing you really are. We all encounter toxic people from time to time and must learn how to deal with them. These people have a knack for infiltrating people's lives, stirring up drama and mayhem to control others to their advantage. However, you don't have to let them derail your progress and ruin your life. By putting these strategies into practice, you'll be able to deal with difficult and toxic people more effectively and reduce the likelihood that they'll harm you. On a final note, how do you handle challenging and toxic people? Tell us your tips and tricks in the comments section below. That is all for this video, and thank you for watching. We can't wait to see what the next one brings.